This is for month of March 2024, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's quickly dive into your reading, Leo. See what is happening. Thinking woman. Deep thoughts of something, pondering about something. Okay. For a lot of you, I see that you're putting in your knowledge at work. There's some transformation coming in. Let me look at that little butterfly here. Some changes coming into your life. For some of you, I see from past sometime you've been totally indulged in work, too much of reading, too much of elevating your knowledge, focusing on the other aspects of life. But there's some sort of attachment that you cannot get rid of, or there's somebody in your surroundings who is attached to you. But for some of you, I'm getting a very beautiful message. Very important 5 number here. 4 and 7. 4 and 7, North Node and South Node together. I'll tell you a very interesting fact about this, later on. Attachment. 4 is the North Node and 7th is the South Node. So South Node is the body of the serpent and North Node is the head of the serpent. So they are incomplete without each other. But because they're coming together, they're completing the body. For a lot of you, I'm picking up that some completion is coming in that's bringing in transformation in your life. For some of you, if you've been working over something for a very long time, for someone very specific, I just felt that for those who have been working over getting detached from somebody, healing from a past experience, getting detached from a past experience, and they were totally putting themselves into work and exhausting themselves in work, maybe reading books, maybe sitting in libraries for hours, something like that. I just picked up. Finally, that moment is happening, and this door to spirit, this is that healing experience. Oh my God, beautiful, caring connection. For someone specific, I also felt new relationships or connections might be entering your life, which are bringing this newness, freshness, enlightenment in your life. It's time to get rid of some past attachments now. Amazing. Let's move forward for Leo. Yeah, look at that, walking away. Oh my God, okay. The one you've been dealing with or the situation you were in was toxic. It's very clear. Devil is showing up. Oh my God, look at the cards confirming themselves and literally popping out of the deck, jumping out of my hand. So, Leo, it's time to get rid of some karma, some past debts. They're over, they're done. And we talked about transformation first. Some last card has been there, which was to be released, and it's finally over. It's finally over, Leo. You might have a final conversation with this entity, this energy that has been toxic, that has been draining, some situation of bondage, but it's time to walk away. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. Leo, wonderful. Let's see how are you feeling from within about this. Wow. Very logical approach to something. You're coming to a point where you will be having a very logical approach to something here. One thing I feel very sure about here is that you are very much decided to push this aside. You've always known that this was toxic. You've always known this was unhealthy. Something was not letting you push this aside, but finally you are able to. Finally you are able to. Okay. You might have been dealing with somebody who was calling somebody immature would be not right here, but their actions have been were not very consistent. There have been always things between the lines that you had to interpret while you were dealing with this person. And Eight of Pentacles, I see their focus eventually shifting over work here. But it was like, okay, I have just released it. I've just let it on the universe, whether to take it forward or not. But I'm just moving towards Leo, or I'm taking a leap of faith about the situation. I'm doing something, making a decision. But something selfish was involved here. A lot to clarify, but I see you're quite decided. You're quite decided to push something aside and put a full stop to something. Very interesting. You're on your horse looking for better opportunities, whereas somebody here is keeping it silent, very quiet. Wow. Okay, wonderful. For a lot of you, I'm picking up that there is a guiding force behind you. 10 of Cups, beautiful. For a lot of you, this can be a guide, a partner, a very logical person who's sitting behind you, who is helping you through to make a decision and be very clear in your terms. This sword is needed to cut the cord. That was that last cord that was stopping you from this transformation. Somebody very logical. Usually we see this combination as very argumentative and conflictful combination. But here I feel this person who is present here, 10 of Cups, can be a family member, can be a partner, new relationship, somebody with whom you have a future potential, but right now is a friend or a guide or a support or a mentor. This person has given you some knowledge and strength, right? To push things aside that have been draining you and that have been like a roadblock for you, right? This King of Swords, this Queen of Swords is strongly giving me that energy that for someone very specific, I see you're deciding to deal with some childhood trauma. Your connection with this person has brought back some childhood trauma or some past experience that has really did something to your inner child. Some childhood thing came back, and that whole experience was a big karmic lesson for you. Dealing with this situation itself was a thing of courage. I'm picking up that the way you dealt with it, and now you finally have this courage to face it, to cut it off, and you're still looking backwards at times. Wow, you're all set to be on your horse again and whatnot. Wow. But this person is silent. Very interesting energy here. We're going to clarify, of course, in a moment. Let's first see where is the situation heading for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Leo. So finally, as you move on, this has been the biggest change in your life, I'm picking up, Leo. After a very long time, or maybe it was on the process and you were just, changes don't happen overnight, or the kind of transformation we're talking about, it never happens over time, overnight. It takes months, years, because the changes that you're processing here, they start from within, and then first your inner world changes, then your outer world changes, then things manifest on ground. Wow, it is a big process. We all know that, right? Something on that front is happening here, and it's massive. You might not know this yet because I see you've just decided to block things and move on. You don't know what repercussions it is going to have, but it's massive. Okay, you've worked very hard on something and now you're tired. For a lot of you, this can be a financial situation also, where you've been working very hard and usually we just put it into love, but this can be some other situation also. You've been working very hard. You were meant for someone very specific. I felt that this is somebody who has been a trickster, who has been very self-centered, and this person maybe was working on the same project as you were, or same company or something. If this is not a love situation, there was somebody who was trying to trick you, or who was trying to gain benefit out of your hard work, or there's some sort of competition here. But now you're tired and exhausted. You're like, I'm not going to stay in this pool forever. This can be a work-life situation where you have just, now you're feeling exhausted about staying there. Why is this person toxic? Okay, look at that. My God, look at the cards. Ten of Swords, Death, Devil. Very dark cards, very tiring cards. This has been a very massive chapter of your life. I don't know for how long it was going on, but this has been, my God, holy, a big karmic lesson for you, whatever the situation was. Finally, the toxicity is getting over. Finally, new beginning is taking place. But frankly, whoever you were dealing with, that person was deceptive. They were deceptive. I don't know what is the Seven of Swords here. Okay, they were under command of somebody. Mother, female, wife, boss maybe, or a manager. Very sneaky energy here. Maybe they themselves were your boss. A very authoritative personality. But finally the toxicity ends here. I see a beautiful guide, a beautiful support. Yeah. Better things coming in, Leo. Honestly, the devil is still there. Look at that. So better things about your personal life is coming, specifically when you decide to give up on something. It's going to be hard because for a lot of you, I see that you're giving up on something you were working on for a very long time. Work, love, money, again, you have to see, but you were focused. It was like a purpose of life, like a target, that I want to make this thing happen. Maybe it was a relationship you were working on, or for a lot of you, it was a project you were working on, and you're tired and exhausted because of somebody now. Wow. I do see eventually you're getting on your horse. Something was unhealthy or toxic or not fine from the very beginning, and you always knew that. For someone very specific, I also felt that somebody was trying to paste their name on your file. Getting my point? You did something, they did not give you the credit. Something on that front I felt here. They want to talk, that they're afraid. Now this person, at some corner, they want you to know how they felt. Guilty and what they did, and they have this feeling that they want to talk to you. They want to tell you. This person is living in a guilt, right? Your life is changing, but this person is guilty of something. They want to confess something, but I don't know whether they are a miser or they're just insecure to speak it out loud. They can't. If you exchange this conversation, for a lot of you, it's like, okay, I need to call this person again and tell them what I've created. I'm done, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I need to tell. This can be a boss also, trying to present a file to them, and you're like, they're a miser. They want to tell you something. Oh, babe, you've been working over this file, but, that project was, I don't know, something they want to tell you about the company, the project, or their personal life, their married life, their family life, which they've been hiding. This person was keeping a secret from you. What are you doing here with it? Wow. Look at that. Seriously, better opportunities coming in, Leo, in your life. Big, massive, amazing, better opportunities heading in. The best part is that the more clarity you get, the more you will realize that I need to wait for better things. I need to stop putting in effort in the directions. You have had lessons. You're a wiser person now. As you're coming out of this situation, you're a wiser person now. Why are they so silent? Again, multiple cards are just flipping over. Page of Swords and Two of Wands. You can eventually turn away and make a decision, right? And for someone very specific, I just felt that this decision to turn away and deciding to just choose something else, a new direction, a new way, a new path, they've been very deceptive, and they were doing something behind your back. And they were afraid at, keeping awake at night, that how I'm going to tell you that I was doing something else behind their back. Maybe this can be a, business partner. I'm just giving an example. And they were working on some other project which they felt is going to work out, but they were keeping it a secret from you. They didn't disclose it to you. And as they decide to be independent and make a decision, this might lead to a face-off between you and them. The best part is that, I do feel that it's going to lead to a face-off, a conflict, an argument, but that's going to be healthy because it's time to move forward, Leo. It's time to move forward. Four of Cups. Four of Cups. Denying something eventually. It's time to move forward. It's time to make a decision. It's time to just cut through the conflict. Right? Let's get a card from this deck first. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Very interesting message. I see you down and exhausted. Wow, look at that self-worth. For a lot of you, this such a karmic experience or such a deep experience took you to find your self-worth. Whatever you were doing, maybe you were underpaid, maybe you were just exploited, or you were made to do things and you were not acknowledged for them. Love, work, money again, I don't know. But this whole situation, this whole transformation is taking you to self-worth, making you realize what you truly deserve. See, forgiveness. Remember in the very beginning, we felt the same. Forgiveness, right? This person here, pass. Yeah, I do see that for this person in rejection. Look at that Four of Cups again. And growth. You're heading towards your growth. As you turn this down, as you move on from this, I do see rejection. So for a lot of you, you are eventually turning this person down, or for a lot of you, rejection is God's protection. One door closes is a window opening for you. This is going to be a turning point of your life. You have no idea how this one incident or one situation is going to be a turning point in your life. A lot of cards. I can't take them all. Change. Oh my God. And it's like liberation. Look at that. Look at that. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. This is exactly what is happening here, Leo. Finally, the change and liberation. Amazing. So I'm going to leave you here, guys. Thank you so much for watching.